I'm going to tell you, you're a hard group to get into. I hope you stay that way. I hope you do. Trying to get this thing to work and put you out there so you could see what's going on. Anyway, most recently I put a post out there in relation to Mark Thomas, that is, from Lords of Light. And he has since gone to the police asking them questions and so on, according to him. The gospel according to Mark. It's not my gospel, believe me. I stay far away from that one. But all the other people, you got Russ. You got to thank Russ for standing his ground and staying in, trying to help you get to where you have to be too. I mean, not just where I have to be. We're trying to get you where you have to be so no one can come after you and hurt you or your family. That's what's been going on forever. This new thing is just a new thing. Now, you got yourself, you got Dr. Group. He never did a thing to hurt anybody. Just a super guy. But, you know, he jumped off the boat real quick when this started, and I don't blame him. But he ran. He doesn't want to be involved in this type of thing. So, I mean, and who else is the other one? I mean, the Russ from Minnesota, he doesn't know what happened. He never did, because he never really got the right angle, the right truth. He never knew what was going on. I wish I could have told him. But back then, even I didn't know what was going on, because he kept throwing wings at us. Like left curveball, left-hand curve, or right-hand curve, over the head, behind the back, basketball, everything else coming at us. And we had to move with it. This time, I am in control of this. And it's going to be the way it's supposed to be, and we are going to get it done. There's not going to be other questions, no second questions. He's not asking any. He did there for a while. And he got the papers when he shouldn't have got the papers, because they were not his. And he never produced the money that he claimed he would give upon receipt of the letters. And yes, they are in our agreements with him. They are. And we're going to put that up here for you to see too. Everybody's going to see pretty soon everything going on, and it's going to point back in California. And I don't like doing this to him either, because he's really not that bad of a guy. But he will screw you if you give him a chance. As for everybody else, they're not screwing anybody. They're just out there trying to get this thing to work like I am. And it was working. And they brought this guy in by conning me into producing this letter and giving it to him. Matter of fact, it was Kevin who put together the note. Who put together the note? The one with Mark. Who?
I wrote it.
Okay, we wrote that note, not Mark. And it was to protect anybody involved. And it was supposed to do that, but Mark, he sort of forgot about the fact that he signed an agreement. So here we go now, and he's visiting his attorneys, and his own players really don't count and don't matter. And we're still here, and we got to get out of here, and we got to get to where we're going. And you know, we. When I say we, I'm not French, but I could be some. You never know. Those French women, you never know. Anyway, we've got to get out of here. We've got to get to where we're going. We've got things to do so that we can move forward and we can protect those like we were doing before. And get things over with, actually, as well. I mean, okay, you don't have any money, but it's still, you got a family and you got friends, and you got who are going to get hurt in this thing when it happens. And I can only tell you it so many times, but I'm not going to tell you anymore, because I'm trying not to come back on. But if I can come to help you, I will. This is the guy that stole your assets too, if you want to look at it like that. Because you would have been okay by now. We would have been okay. You had something coming. You know, I don't have anything coming right now. You did. Mark is the guy. X marks the character. Anyway, I wish you all, because we've been doing this for a long time, and we protected you, and we knew we were protecting you. And at all times we threw in money when we didn't have it, and we did this and we did that. Can I just mumble? I thought I was Mumbles from the... Where did Mumbles come from? Dick Van Dyke? Not Dick Van Dyke, Dick Tracy? I was the Mumbles from Dick Tracy. No, I wasn't. I was in the middle of the Mumbles. Anyway, I just want to bring you up to date on all this. This was, and I'm going to continue, because this is going to go to court, because we are going to refile, and we're going to come after him. He's going to have some work to do getting those lawyers, because we've got the contracts that were signed. Mark, wake up. Wake up. You're not that good of a liar, first of all. And secondly, we're coming straight at you. We don't have to do anything. You signed the agreement. As for Russ can be a golden guy. He's a nice guy. Don't get on him. He was following the lead with Mark at one point in time, thinking Mark was the good guy. And Mark could have been the good guy. And then you go further to the other one, the other Russ, he wasn't involved in this really, but he was thrown into it. So please don't go after him. He's a good guy. And on the other hand, you got the fourth guy, Dr. Group, and the guy's trying to heal people. He's trying to help people. He's got beautiful products. Really, if you need something for what you got, he's the guy to fix it. Me, I got a toothache. Is it dark in there? I don't know if it's black or not, or if it's the diabetes has struck my enamel and chopping it down. I don't know, but all I care about is getting this over with so we can finish this and go and finish the whole thing, and then we can start. And we don't have to come after people. There's only one from what I see. Only one. Anyway, you just take care of yourself. Dr. Group, thank you for everything. Russ Myers, thank you for being you from the past. I never really had much of a chance to talk to you. And then others, any and all, what the deal was done, it's still going to be done. Still. So, get yourselves ready for a brand new treat. I'll bring the moto routers and everything else so we can continue, okay? And I think I told you everything that pretty well happened. That nothing bad happened. It just happened with Mark when he tried to slide out of the picture when he couldn't produce. But we lost contracts. We lost contacts. We did. Right now, I'm not talking to them because they thought it was rude of me, maybe at that point in time, to talk to Mark when they were trying to get into me, and I'm not sure what happened. I'm not sure, but they were good people. They were good people, and they were going to help finance this thing so that we can finish it off. They want it finished off too. We have to finish it off. That's what I've been trying to tell you. And we had it. I don't know where he came from or what happened, but he came in and he just stormed, and we had him before, and we allowed him in, and he went and did his typical bullshit. I'm not going to say much more because I've said it, but I just want you to be safe. If you can help, do so. I'm going to have Richard put something at the bottom of the page, so if you got something, you can send it to him, to me. Not to anyone else, because I have to look all over the place for it. So don't do that. If you can't do it, just don't do it. If you can do it, I'm going to have Richard make it to me. That way, then when I wake up, it's there, I can go over and get it done. Kevin can come running like he does. Kevin's not feeling great. Sore all over. I don't know what happened, but he's really sore. I was before him, but my side is hurting right now. We're not going to make it forever. Understand? We're not kids anymore. And I don't know if we should be doing this, but the bottom line is I'm going to finish until the end, whether I win, lose, or draw. I'm not afraid. There's no fear in this boy. No fear. Maybe a ham and cheese sandwich or something, a ham and egg sandwich. I don't know, a ham and egg. Yes. And if you need help with sending it to someone, please just contact me or Richard. I don't want too many things coming in when I have too many to do. Kevin's there too. Okay, for this time here, oh, it's 100 and some degrees here today, I think. What do you think it is out there?
85.
85? 85, and it was winter just the other day. Unbelievable. This is what it's like over here. Anyway, everybody, eat your breakfast. You kiddies, eat your breakfast. Listen to your mom and dad. You'll grow up big and strong. Like them. Take care, people. And God bless. Somebody the other day asked me some questions that I couldn't answer. I didn't want to step on my own toes. But Kevin can answer, so I'm going to give you Kevin for a little bit until he says enough. Okay? Ciao, ciao. Come say something here.
Hi.
What do you think, Captain?
As Neil has made it known, the wheels didn't fall off the cart. The cart never left the garage. And it became evident that there was a continual problem. When you have discussions leading to a document being produced that becomes binding when everybody signs it, those discussions ahead of time include go and no-go, relationships.
All they had to say was no.
And Neil's right, all he had to do was say no. So it becomes difficult to navigate through when Neil's position is made clear up front that at no point in time can he break confidentiality agreements, which are far greater and far more important than anything, because it's Neil's and Group K's reputation on the line. And when those agreements are amongst the benefactor, the trust that's issuing the funds, the bank itself, their trust arm, and the attorneys overseeing the whole thing, it becomes difficult to let loose with a document that would allegedly free up a great deal of interest from investors. Thank you. All right. So here's the confusion that we all face on this side. The wagon didn't leave the garage, so the wheels couldn't come off. There was a verbal discussion ahead of contract, or an agreement. It's not technically a contract. An agreement for fundraising that outlined terms, start date, expectations. And one of the upfront verbal discussions was on the fact that even though it had been asked for, a copy of the endowment or the granting would not be made available because it contained confidential information that was not to be divulged to anybody, per the instruction of the benefactor who was providing the grant, the bank itself who's overseeing the transfer of the donator's trust account into Neil's hands, and their attorneys. So and Neil himself. So that was off the table, because under no circumstances is Neil going to divulge that information. Especially when they said, don't divulge this. This is, anonymous, so to speak.
That was going to stay in my pocket.
So knowing that that's off the table, here we are 3 weeks after the agreement was up and running. More than that, but 3 weeks after, we're now into week 4, and all of a sudden it becomes the only thing that'll allow fundraising to continue on, despite other parties being known to Neil that were involved in separate discussions with him. It seemed that, all right, there's an expediency factor. We'll gently park these other discussions to the side. As a result of the complete dysfunctionality and the inability to perform, Neil now has to, try and retrieve whatever's possible from these other interested parties. At the same time as sort of what was going on, by whom and what, and still get there, and then, after that domino has fallen, go move on to what he has to do in Indonesia. And it becomes an all-out war in and of itself. It's a big battle in the war. And
I have a lot of battles going on at one time.
the biggest thing these battles all consume time. Some of them are about money, some of them are about power, some of them are about positioning, but they all consume time. And time is the one thing that we're all running out of, you too. And it behooves me to wonder what would motivate people to enter into an agreement, then try and change the parameters of the agreement so that things that were off limit are now being demanded, and then find every other illogical reason to perform when the evidence is they can't. The people that were proposed for an exclusive NDA, which is completely worthless in a court of law anywhere, that only these 3 people would be approached, and he named them. And all 3 parties were known to Neil from previous donations that they had made on other projects when he was in Indonesia.
But the 3 parties were beautiful people.
And they are all wonderful people. Each one of them is an absolute wonderful person.
Just the one? Just that one.
And the only commonality is that the source of gathering is unable to perform, and trying to change the fee agreement so that he has access to a restricted document that is not going to happen, and is not going to happen. So then there's those components of everything, and then there's what's actually going on outside of this fee agreement kerfuffle. And it has become evident that the conscientious people out there that are concerned are reaching out, and Neil's phone is getting a lot of activity. People are reaching out to him, whether it be through normal telephone, whether it be through email or any of the social media apps.
From all over the world.
From all over the world. And they're very concerned, not just about this one issue, but it seems that this has become the genesis for pulling people out of the woodwork that were sitting on the sidelines. I encourage everybody to continue to reach out, because it is encouragement. Does Neil need help? Yeah, Neil needs help, because we've got to put out fires at the same time that we're trying to get him to be in a position that he can receive
Seems like
that which he's eligible to receive from the donor. And then from there, it's,
Tell him the minute I turn my head, they're breaking into my house.
So whether it's breaking into his house, destroying, property, killing dogs on the property, you name it, it's all over the place. And anyone would view it as random, but it's not, because it's all happening to Neil. So anyway, that's all I really have to say, other than please, help. Reach out. Talk to others that can help. If you can't help, maybe you know somebody that can, and let them see this. Give them the lowdown on what's really going on.
This is not just for us. This is for you.
Yeah.
This is for you. I've been doing it for you for how many years? Trying to keep them away from your home, your children, and everyone else. I mean, their traffic is, their drug dealers, their everything. And nobody's doing anything about it. People like myself have to come forward, there's not many of us, to stop it, to save you. Save your mothers, your fathers, everything. We need help right now because the money has worn down. I mean, it was a lot of money and it's not there anymore. And right now we're at the end of the game. We need someone, not just one, maybe 50. Maybe we need 40 people coming forward to help us, or 30. But we need help, maybe 5. But the thing is, we need the help. We can't do it alone. And if you're looking for us to do it alone, then we've got to find another way.
Yep.
Because then we won't be able to do that. We got people breaking into our homes when we leave them to go help somebody with something or do something, and they break in and they destroy it. And they destroy it. It's not good.
There you have it. Straight from the horse's mouth. Thank you. Have a wonderful morning, wonderful afternoon or evening, wherever you are seeing this, hearing this. And yeah, please help. Have a wonderful day.
I used to love being with my family. Now I have to watch out for them. It's insane.
Thank you.